Hey, today I'll be showing you my eyebrow threading routine. I just learned how to thread my own eyebrows not too long ago. I actually initially started because I wanted to save money, and plus I know my arch will be the same every time. Well, sometimes. So right now I'm just combing my eyebrows with the dual-sided comb brush used to comb your eyebrows. And that's just to get the hairs in a uniform position to where I can form my arch the way I want it to be. And you can do that any way you want. I know some people like it rounded, some people like pointed. So right here I have a thread that I got from Walmart. It's the thinnest thread. It's the best thread to actually thread your eyebrows. You can get multiple hairs at one time. Using any thicker thread will probably rip your skin, but basically in order to hold it to create the pulling effect, you just put your hands into each side and you twirl it around, creating that knot in the middle, which will create the pulling effect. When you open one side, it pulls the hair from the follicle. And so that's what I'm doing here, just cleaning up all the excess hairs to get my arch that I want. And this is not exactly the technique that the professional use. This is like a dumbed down version of it, but this is the way that I learned. I think it's the easiest way, especially if you're a beginner. It's very effective. And I do know that if you have never got your eyebrows threaded before, it can be painful, depending on your pain tolerance, but I believe that it lasts longer than waxing or tweezing. Just because it's literally pulling the hair from the root, and it's much cleaner than waxing or tweezing. Tweezing can be the same though, but I prefer the threading. Okay, so here I'm just combing the hairs again, just to make sure that they're going in the same direction so they don't take off too much or too little. So now I see that I have not created that clean arch at the bottom, that I still have hair to remove, just to clean that up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to use the tweezers because I find that if there's like one or two hairs, it's best to get it with the tweezers, because using the thread, you can pull out multiple hairs, and you don't want that if you don't need to pull out that many. I find it difficult to pull just one or two using the thread, but I know it is possible. So I just wear the tweezers so that I don't mess up one eyebrow and have the other one perfect. And I know they said they're not supposed to be sisters or twins, but at least they can be fraternal, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up here because it's pretty repetitive, but I can still show you the process so it's not too much left out. As you can see, my eyebrows are getting more and more cleaner. I know this is not too in detail, step by step of how to do your own eyebrows, but I can definitely do another video of more in detail how to. This is just showing my routine, so it's just a quick run through. Also, another tip, before threading your eyebrows or tweezing, it is best to make sure that they are 100% dry, because this is a point where you don't want your hair stick together, because you want to actually shape them one by one, but I mean as in a group as well, but you don't want them to stick together to where you pull out too many hairs. Also, when you're pulling the hairs from the bottom, those are the best. That's the best spot to get it the cleanest, because if you highlight under your eyebrows and you do your makeup, if that is the cleanest at the bottom, usually you don't have to do that because the hairs are missing there, so it's going to be automatically highlighted. But you can still do so as well if you want. So I'm just pulling out the hairs that's in the middle of my eyebrows, so I don't have a unibrow, so it's more cleaner in the middle, especially when I go to fill them in. Okay, so here is the final results. I did, after this point, initially go and clean it up a little bit more on both sides, but for the most part, this is how it came out. If you have any more questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll be sure to answer them. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.